guys, Dr. Jordan back here at Mouw Chiropractic with you, and we are going to continue our low back series for the month of May. And today we're going to talk about common treatments for low back pain. These can range from anywhere from less invasive up to very invasive, right? Surgeries and stuff like that. And so I really want to break down each one of those. Some of you may have experienced some or all of these at one point, hopefully not. But we just want to talk a little bit about what goes on with the low back and why these treatments may be needed. So when we talk about the least invasive, obviously that's going to be things like physical therapy, things like massage, things like chiropractic care. Are going to be very common, less invasive ways, using ice, applying heat to the area, that sort of thing. The next step up would be some sort of medication. And now, obviously, there's a lot of information, and obviously it's hit the news streams or the media quite a lot, is the opioid epidemic and the crisis that's going on with taking painkillers for musculoskeletal issues. Low back probably being the most common of those. And so opioids obviously have the addictive component. They're a painkiller, so obviously you're going to kill the pain with that. So the pain's going to go away. The problem is that the issue still stays there. And so we're obviously seeing the repercussions that happen with people that get addicted to opioids. The next step up from that would be something like an injection, like a cortisone injection. The whole purpose of a cortisone injection is to try to reduce inflammation. And although reducing inflammation is good, which is why we have our patients ice at home on a regular basis, or you should be icing at home on a regular basis, reducing that inflammation with the cortisone, you can do that. The problem is how long is that going to last? Number one, is it going to last 3 weeks? Is it going to last 3 months or 9 months? And then you'll probably have to go in and do another injection with that. The other issue that goes on is, they're starting to show with the research is that, especially with knee issues and arthritis that's going on, doing cortisone injections actually can create more issues because it breaks down the synovium or the synovial fluid that generates the fluid for the joint. And so, that's another possibility, but we always want to try to avoid that as much as possible. And then, obviously on the most invasive, that's going to be your surgeries. That's going to be your fusions. That's going to be where they go in and cut out the disc, so microdiscectomy. So with regards to fusions, simply put, obviously there's extremes of people that have had success with low back surgeries, like Tiger Woods. You see him performing at a high level again, but then you also see more commonly just, the struggles that people have not only with one low back surgery, but when you lock up one joint and you fuse one area, you're more likely to have issues around that, just changing the biomechanics. Your spine wasn't meant to be fused. It wasn't meant for no movement. And so your spine was meant for movement, but healthy movement at that. And so when you go in and you fuse those areas, long term, you create more issues. In fact, they say that a successful low back surgery is that you don't have to have another one within the next 5 years. So obviously, we want to avoid those as much as possible. And so those are just some of the common treatments that you'll see across the board. We always try to go from least invasive to most invasive always. And that's really the approach that we start to take in the office.